Dear Ghanaians, our traditional marriage is not an engagement. This particular type of our traditional marriage is not an engagement. Stop calling it an engagement. You are disrespecting our culture. And it is surprising that our parents, our aunties, our uncles, the elders in our communities, our grandparents, you have failed. You have failed to be the custodians of our culture. Most of you, the older generation, did not get married using the European way or the white wedding. You got married through our cultural norm. Yet you allow the younger generation go around printing their wedding invitation and describing the traditional marriage as an engagement. Our traditional marriage is not an engagement. It is a marriage that is recognized within the Constitution of Ghana as customary marriage. The so-called white wedding that most of you young people are enthused and so into is a European culture. It is not a Christian marriage. There is nothing like a Christian marriage. It is European culture. That is the way Europeans get married. So the white wedding is Europeans' traditional marriage. It has nothing to do with Christianity. The certificate that you sign in the church is the same one you're going to sign when you finish doing your traditional marriage and you go to the registry to sign. The certificate you sign is not from God. It is not from heaven. It is from the government of the country you reside in. Therefore, making marriage a cultural phenomenon regulated by the government. There is nothing like a Christian marriage. Oh, Dr. Zita, I'm a Christian, so I'm going to do a Christian marriage. There's nothing like that. Your Bible says where 2 or 3 are gathered, God is there. If you're doing your traditional marriage and 2 families come together, God is there. Let us have sense. Because of this colonial legacy of a white wedding, young people cannot get married. I know I always speak for women, but it is the young African men that are suffering because of this insatiable desire of young African women to be married twice, perform their traditional marriage, and then mimic the colonial legacy called the white wedding. So to the elders of our community, to the elders of our land, to the elders in our family, correct the young people that their traditional marriage is not an engagement, it is marriage. Some of our parents did not have any white wedding and they were married for 50 years and they raised some of us. So please, dear Africans, especially African women, be content. Do not get me wrong. If you have money and you want to splurge on a party and mimic another person's culture and wear a white gown and have a white wedding, that is fine. But most of you do not have the resources and you put the young men under pressure just because you do not consider your traditional marriage to be marriage. You consider it to be an engagement. Therefore, you need that white wedding to feel like, yes, you are now married. I hope the custodians of our culture, the elders in our community, our parents, our grandparents will do better to educate the young ones to understand that marriage is the processes recognized by your society for such purpose. My name is Dr. Zita. I am a sociologist. I'm originally from Ghana. Dear Ghanaians, your traditional marriage is not an engagement. It is marriage. So the next time I see you Ghanaian young women posting, yeah, come with me to my engagement, I'm going to call you out. I usually don't like posting on other people's pages and calling them out because I like to stay out of trouble, but I'll start calling you out and correcting you that it is not an engagement. That is a traditional wedding. That was the way our female ancestors got married, and we need to respect it.
I totally agree. You know what? Nowadays, a lot of ladies, a lot of where I'm from, which is Ghana, everybody want to do luxurious party. I will not say it's a wedding, marriage. It's a party according to the Bible. That's when Jesus went to change water into drink. That's a party. But because of society and a lot of, what do I call it? I want people to see, on my wedding day, how I did and all of that. let's be honest. I follow a girl here on YouTube, you know, her video, when you watch it, like the way I'm doing, organic, pure, she speak calmly, you know. Everything you see that is natural. There's no filter, anything that will make her look totally opposite or different way, the way that others do, you know, for everybody to know that they are perfect. And I love her for that. But anytime she will mention her husband name, she always say my fiancé. That put me off, and I always wondering, maybe in my country it's like that, but in some East Africa it's not like that. Because I know that if a man pay your bride price, it means you are his wife, right? So how can a man pay your bride price, then you still call it like fiancé? It does not seem right to me, you know. And I think a lot of people guess, and they were asking, so she was saying that her man has already paid bride price, so why do you call him fiancé instead of husband? I don't know the reason why. Maybe their culture or their house arrangement, how they marry is totally different from West Africa, where I come from, you know. So I don't know. But guys, let's be honest. Why do we nowadays call our marriage as engagement? You know, if a man come to your parents' house and asks your hand in marriage, you know, for marriage, you know, and they give a receipt or whatever it is to him, and at that time that man did not pay bride price, but your parents know him, you know, that he have come to seek your hands in marriage, that call fiancé. Or let's say if the person came and the person proposed, went to see your family, but that person did not pay bride price, means that person is your fiancé. But if he paid the bride price, it means that man is your husband. But I don't know why a lot of ladies nowadays seems to, you know, like this kind of fiancé instead of husband, you know. Then a lot of people also in their mind will ask you, you know, is your man have not paid bride price? Because if he has paid, why are you continue saying fiancé instead of say husband? I agree with Dr. Z. A lot of young men cannot get married because of this issue nowadays, particularly in my country, Ghana, you know, because everybody want luxurious wedding, you know, where people will say, oh, your wedding was good, your wedding was nice, it was so beautiful. Ever since I grew up, in my head, I don't want any luxurious wedding. Pay bride price, we go to court, we sign, that's it. And if you want to do wedding, you know, like if you want to do wedding with me, it shouldn't be luxurious. Maybe if you are a billionaire, like, if you are a billionaire, and you want to do that kind of fabulous, gorgeous, so luxurious, for people to come eat and go freely, that's your choice. Even that one, I will tell you to give the money for me for investments, because investments is important to me than big wedding. I'm not joking. Listen, we are in 2025. Ladies, use your head. Instead of you to like that luxurious wedding, what you have to think about, even if you are in a relationship with a man for 1 year, 2 years before you get married, sister, that marriage, that's the time you people gonna know each other more and more. So you will not know what will happen. It's life begin. So you expect to have a luxurious wedding. Then after the wedding, I've seen a video whereby a lady was crying, saying that after, is it 4 months or 6 months, she relocated to her husband. It did not work out. And guess what? If you, I will not wish bad for anyone. If you did a luxurious wedding and you end up like that, what will happen? You left with nothing. I totally don't believe in divorce. Like, I don't want to get married and divorce. You understand? But it's life. Right now, we are in 2025. Some men are tend to go diggers. Some men say 50-50. Some men say that, oh, I will provide for my woman, my family. It's not like you will not help as a lady, you help your man and all of that. I get it. But putting in your mind that you are looking for someone that will love you for the rest of your life, that luxurious wedding, if you, let me, or if I were you, I will wish to have that money, whether it's $10,000, $2,000, $3,000 that you used to do that luxurious wedding. I will use that money for investment. At least if you want to do a luxurious wedding, you have to also think about, for example, in our culture in Ghana, we have every household, their tradition. Even though in Asante region, we have something called our bride price. If your family, or let's say your parents, give a list, which is you buy, cloth, let's say cloth, the one we use it to do this when you are carry baby at your back, I mean, you know what I'm talking about. I don't need to explain to myself. They have amount, how many, maybe 10, 15, 20 you have to buy. Packet of panty and all of that. In Ghana, which is Asante region, I think it's almost like that. By the money that they will add it to it, every house is different. Some will say that, oh, put maybe $500 on top, maybe $200 on top. That's it. And some house after that, they will add money for you as a lady, the lady that you are going to get married to. They will say that pay this amount, like maybe $1,000 or $2,000 for that lady you are going to get married to start a business. So you thinking of luxurious wedding and you don't want to accept our typical marriage as marriage and you call it engagement. It's better for you to think about investment instead of you thinking of luxurious things. I have a lot of business mind. I have business mind and I'm working, So I will not waste money, especially in my country. All they think, or let's say in my village, all they think is if someone is getting married, they will just come to that house, eat, drink, and go. Like seriously, why should I waste money like that? You know, if your parent take the bride price, maybe you want to go to church to bless it, you go to court, you sign, then you decide to do a little party for your friends and family. That's okay. You understand? That little party, that's the party that God changed water into drink. That's how God did it in the Bible. By the white people, that one is their wedding. But in the Bible, it's not like that. It's a party. You know. So my beautiful African lady, I want to know. I want to know if our traditional marriage is engagement. If you agree with Dr. Z, as she said before, you know, if you agree with her or not. But me, I'm agree with her, you know, because it's where you are married. If a man pay bride price, it means you are married. I don't know if it's only West Africa. I don't know. Because this lady I'm talking about is from East Africa. I don't know her culture, but I believe that all African, our culture is the same, just that language barrier. You understand? So let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and remember to subscribe. Originally, this channel is I was posting, you know, C drama and K drama here, but I've reached monetization since 2 months ago. YouTube does not want to monetize me, so please, this is my own original content that you have to catch up. You know, support your girl so that I can get monetized. I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.